Capricorn, listen closely. This isn't just another horoscope update. This is a life-altering moment, a turning point that's been building for over 800 years. From the outside, July 5th might look like any other day, but spiritually, it's anything but normal. Because on this day, your soul is being called to rise. You were born under the watch of Saturn, the great teacher of karma, time, and soul contract. You've always been the strong one, the silent warrior, the one who carries burdens, fixes problems, and holds it all together, even when no one thanks you for it. But here's the truth most people don't know. Capricorns were never meant to suffer forever. You were meant to master suffering, so you could break it. And now, for the first time in centuries, the universe is giving you the key to set yourself free. July 5th is not random. It is the final Saturn checkpoint, a cosmic gateway that opens once every few lifetimes. If you walk through it consciously, you end a karmic loop that's been holding your soul hostage for generations. But if you ignore it, if you keep living on autopilot, pushing your needs aside, doubting your instincts, and staying in old cycles, you risk repeating another 7 years of emotional, financial, and spiritual weight. Haven't you already carried enough? You've been the one everyone leaned on, the one who sacrificed dreams for duty, the one who built other people's castles while your own heart starved. That ends now. The energy on July 5th is not just powerful, it's prophetic. It's the universe saying, Capricorn, you've done your part, now it's time to receive. But to receive it, you must understand it. You must be awake, aware, and ready. And that's exactly why I made this video for you. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll decode the 800-year-old curse tied to your soul lineage, the exact astrological alignments powering this shift. 3 signs that confirm your breakthrough is already underway, and a powerful ritual to unlock your blessings on July 5th. So take a deep breath, turn off distractions, and listen with your soul, because this moment could change everything. Comment below if you're ready. I claim my Capricorn breakthrough. Let's begin. Capricorn, to truly understand the power of what's coming. On July 5th, we need to go way, way back, all the way to the year 1225. That's where your soul's ancient story begins. Because in 1225, a shadow pact was made, a spiritual contract forged in silence, not by you personally, but by those who came before you. Your soul bloodline. This contract was tied to Saturn, your ruling planet. And Saturn doesn't play small. It's the planet of karma, time, hard lessons, and spiritual responsibility. For Capricorn souls, this pact locked you into an 800-year karmic loop that prioritized duty over desire, responsibility over freedom, structure over expression, and most painfully, sacrifice without reward, success for others, while your soul stayed starving, building foundations for the world, but never being allowed to rest in what you created. You've likely felt this curse your entire life, even if you couldn't put it into words. Think about it. Have you always been the one holding the family together, even when no one asked how you were doing? Do people come to you to fix their lives, their money, their problems, but rarely show up when you need support? Have you had to earn love, stability, or safety the hard way, again and again? That's not just life being hard, that's the Capricorn curse, the legacy of Saturn's soul contract. For centuries, it has silently forced Capricorn-born souls to be the caretaker, the provider, the builder. Remain loyal to people who abandoned you, accept less than you deserve because you can handle it, carry emotional burdens in silence because you're seen as the strong one. But here's the part that changes everything. This curse wasn't a punishment. It was a preparation. You were chosen to carry the weight not because you're weak, but because you're one of the few souls strong enough to break it. You came into this life to finish what your ancestors couldn't, to bring closure to the contract, to say, it ends with me. And that moment of ending, that final spiritual expiration date, arrives on July 5th, Trinity. This is when Saturn steps back and says, Capricorn, your time of burden is over. Now it's your time to build something for you. But it's not automatic. You have to be conscious. You have to be aware of the cycle so you don't repeat it. Because the universe always tests you before it frees you. And this test isn't about pleasing others anymore. It's about asking, what do I want? What dream have I buried under duty? What would happen if I stopped surviving and finally started living? This is the breakthrough. This is the shift. The 800-year curse that made you believe you had to earn love, prove your worth, and carry it all alone. It can be shattered, but only if you're ready to say, no more, I choose freedom now. Because Capricorn, the world doesn't need another broken warrior. It needs a liberated leader, and that's who you were always meant to become. Capricorn, let's break it down. Because July 5th is not just another date on the calendar. It is a cosmic alignment that hasn't occurred since 1520, and it won't come again for another 248 years. That means this is once-in-a-lifetime energy. It's called the Saturn Star Gate, and when it opens, it unlocks a soul portal designed specifically for Capricorn souls who've been carrying ancient contracts tied to karma, responsibility, and emotional endurance. So what exactly is happening on July 5? Let's look at the astrology. Saturn, your ruling planet, forms a rare trine with the moon, triggering a deep emotional cleanse. This brings forward hidden emotions, ancestral imprints, and long-held karmic patterns, not to punish you, but to flush them out. Meanwhile, the Sun aligns directly with your ancestral karmic house, the area of your chart that holds past life vows, soul contracts, and inherited emotional burdens. And to top it off, this entire event is wrapped inside a cosmic reset portal where your soul contract is up for review. This is rare, this is powerful, this is personal, because you are the one who gets to decide what continues and what ends. Here's what this means for you. You have the chance to clear generational trauma, the patterns your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents lived under without questioning. You can finally exit cycles of overgiving, abandonment, financial blocks, and emotional suppression, the ones that keep repeating like clockwork. And most sacred of all, you can unlock a divine gift your soul has been carrying since your earliest incarnation, a spiritual inheritance you weren't allowed to touch until now. This could show up as a new spiritual ability, a major calling or purpose being revealed, a soulmate entering your life, or a complete shift in your identity and values. But, and this is important, it's not guaranteed. This energy is powerful, but only if you participate in it. The universe isn't going to drag you into your blessing. It wants to know, are you ready to step into who you were born to be? Because here's what's happening the night of July 4 into July 5. You'll be tested. You might feel emotional outbursts, receive strange dreams, or be tempted to fall into old patterns, arguments, fears, avoidance, self-doubt. This is Saturn's final test before it unlocks the gate. It's like the universe is asking, before I give you the key, are you done with the cage? If you pass this test by choosing inner peace, self-trust, and emotional truth, the gate opens, your vibration shifts, and your entire life timeline reroutes towards something higher, something you were always meant to live. So ask yourself, Am I holding on to pain that I've outgrown? Am I still loyal to people or patterns that drain me? Am I brave enough to choose freedom over familiarity? Because if the answer is yes, then July 5th becomes your resurrection day. You're not just healing your past, you're launching your true future, the version of you that's not broken, not burdened, not stuck, but activated, awake, and finally free. Capricorn, let's be honest, you've been feeling the pressure lately. And no, it's not just stress. It's not just life being hard. What you're feeling is a spiritual pressure cooker, the final test before your breakthrough. Because any time you're about to level up in life, the universe checks in. It whispers, are you truly ready? Are you willing to leave behind who you were, to become who you were born to be? So if things have been intense, confusing, or overwhelming recently, you're not crazy, you're not alone, you're being tested. Saturn, your soul's master teacher, never gives you a reward without one last exam. And right now, you're walking through that exam. Here are 3 signs that your soul is in the middle of this final karmic test before your July 5th breakthrough. 1. Sudden isolation. You've probably noticed that even the people closest to you feel distant right now. Maybe your phone has gone quiet. Maybe you've felt misunderstood, unsupported, or emotionally disconnected from those around you. It's not rejection, it's divine redirection. This is Saturn's way of pulling you inward, into the sacred silence, not to punish you, but to help you hear your own truth, without the noise. Because before you step into your new identity, you have to be able to stand in your power alone. So don't fear this isolation, sit with it. Journal, meditate, walk in nature, listen to what your higher self is trying to say. This is your soul training camp. 2. Emotional triggers from the past. Out of nowhere, you're remembering old wounds, the betrayal from years ago. The friend who ghosted you, the parent who never showed up, the failure you never forgave yourself for. Why is all of this coming up now? Because you can't carry it into the next version of your life. This is your karmic review, a final emotional purge. It's not asking you to fix the past. It's asking you to release it, Capricorn. You've been carrying pain like armor, but now that armor is too heavy for where your soul is going. So if you feel yourself getting emotional, cry it out. Write the letter you'll never send. Scream if you need to, then let it go. Because that release, that's the sound of freedom entering your body. 3. Opportunities that look risky, but feel right. Here's the wildest test of them all. Something will show up, a new path, a bold idea, a fresh chance. It might scare you, it might feel risky, unplanned, or too soon. But deep down, your soul will feel a quiet yes. This is your soul key. It's not logical, it's energetic. Whether it's a move, a new connection, a creative leap, or finally saying no to what drains you, it'll feel like alignment and fear at the same time. And that's your cue, because your soul doesn't speak in logic, it speaks in intuition. So if your gut is screaming, do it, that's Saturn handing you the test paper and saying, circle yes, and I'll open the gate. Capricorn, these signs are not punishments, they're preparation. And if you recognize them, if you're living them right now, you're closer to your breakthrough than you think. Stay strong, stay conscious, and remember, no test comes without a reward. Capricorn, there's a prophecy that was whispered through time, hidden in the stars, encoded in dreams, and passed down through generations of souls just like yours. It says, the Capricorn soul, born of stone and star, shall rise when Saturn bows and the bloodline vow is burned. That moment is July 5th, This isn't just astrology, it's destiny unfolding in real time. Because you, dear Capricorn, are not just healing yourself. You are the breaker of chains, the curse ender, the one your ancestors have been praying for centuries, the karmic pain that's lived in your family for generations. Financial struggles, emotional suppression, guilt, cycles of silence, loyalty to pain. That cycle ends with you. When Saturn bows, meaning when it shifts its karmic role from judge to guide, the energetic chains that kept you stuck begin to fall. You may feel it suddenly, like a deep exhale in your soul, or subtly, like a heaviness finally lifting from your chest. And then, things begin to change. You feel lighter, not just physically, spiritually. You wake up with more clarity. Your body doesn't feel as tense. That background anxiety, it fades. This is because your spirit no longer feels trapped in a loop it never chose. You think clearer. Your mind, once cluttered by fears, doubts, and what-ifs, begins to sharpen. Suddenly, you know what you want. You see what was always in front of you, and you realize it was never about proving anything. You've always been enough. You attract aligned relationships. The people who once drained you fall away, and in their place, new energies arrive. Those who see you, support you, celebrate you, soul family, divine partners, business allies. Your new tribe shows up as soon as you honor your true self. Money flows from unexpected channels, Capricorn. You've always worked hard, maybe harder than anyone you know, but abundance never flowed the way it should. That's because you were stuck in survival karma, building from fear instead of alignment. But once the curse breaks, money begins to show up from strange places. A call from someone who owes you, a random business idea that takes off, a promotion or opportunity you didn't chase. This is your divine compensation, payment for the soul work you've done over lifetimes. Messages from dreams, ancestors, and beyond. Pay attention around July 5th. You may see repeating numbers, hear your name whispered while alone. Dream of ancestors or distant lands. You are being contacted by your spiritual lineage, the ones cheering you on from beyond the veil. They know what you're doing isn't easy, but they also know you're the only one who could do it. And the most powerful shift of all, you'll no longer feel the need to earn your worth, because for the first time in lifetimes, you'll remember who you are. A divine soul, an ancient builder, a spiritual architect chosen to lay the foundation for the new earth. A divine soul, an ancient builder, a spiritual architect chosen to lay the foundation for the new earth. So Capricorn, don't take July 5 lightly. This isn't just a date. It's the fulfillment of a soul prophecy that began 800 years ago. The moment Saturn bows and your soul, no longer bound by duty or pain, finally stands in its divine power. You are not just healing, you are becoming. And that is unstoppable. Capricorn, the energy on July 5th is unlike anything you've ever experienced. This is more than a horoscope. This is a spiritual event, a soul-level reset. And if you want to fully unlock the blessing waiting for you, here's a simple but sacred ritual you must do. This isn't about superstition. It's about activating your soul's intention during one of the most powerful energetic windows in your lifetime. You're not just doing this for now. You're doing this for the 800 years of pain you've carried, and for the future lifetimes of freedom that begin the moment you say, enough. How to perform the July 5th Capricorn ritual. When to do it? The night of July 4 or early morning on July 5th, anytime between 9:00 p.m. and 6 a.m. This is the sacred Saturn window when your karmic gates are open. Step by step, Light a white candle. Sit in a quiet, safe space where no one will disturb you. Turn off all distractions. Light a white candle, the color of purification and truth. This creates a sacred energetic container for what's about to unfold. Write down 3 things you're ready to break free from. On a piece of paper, write down the 3 biggest burdens you no longer want to carry. These could be fear of failure, a toxic relationship, or old betrayal. Ancestral patterns like poverty, silence, or self-sacrifice. Speak this activation aloud. Hold the paper close to your heart. Then, say this out loud with full emotion. I break the 800-year curse. I claim my divine destiny. I rise now. Say it 3 times. Let your voice carry the weight of your soul's decision. Burn the paper safely. Place the paper in a fire-safe dish and burn it. As the smoke rises, visualize all those burdens leaving your body forever. Visualize golden light surrounding you. Now, close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and picture a golden light pouring down from above. Let it cover your body, your home, your heart. This is divine protection. This is soul restoration. Place a crystal under your pillow before sleeping. Place a clear quartz or black tourmaline under your pillow. These crystals will absorb any leftover fear and amplify prophetic dreams. What to expect after the ritual? Vivid dreams, often with ancestors, symbols, or hidden messages. A sudden emotional release or feeling of lightness, signs and synchronicities, repeated numbers, feathers, calls, or ideas. Clarity like you've never had before. This ritual is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. You're no longer a prisoner of the path. You're the healer of your lineage. So Capricorn, do it with intention, do it with heart, because this is not just a ritual, it's your soul's rebirth. Capricorn, you've carried the weight of the world for far too long. You've been the one holding the pieces together while your own heart broke in silence. You've sacrificed, stayed loyal when others walked away, and kept going even when you had nothing left to give. But now, it's your turn. Because July 5th isn't just a date, it's your day. The day the 800-year karmic cycle finally snaps. The day your soul gets to rise, not as the helper, the fixer, the background hero, but as the main character in your own divine story. It only takes one day of clarity, one message from your higher self, one decision to stop repeating the past, and your entire life can reroute faster than you ever imagined. But here's the key. This shift won't come through logic. It'll come through faith, awareness, and activation. So if this message stirred something deep in you, trust that. It means your soul is ready. Now it's your time to claim it. Drop this in the comments right now. I receive my Capricorn blessings, not just to show support, but to send a clear signal to the universe. You're no longer available for suffering. You're ready for elevation, alignment, and abundance. If this video gave you insight, hope, or healing, tap that like button. It helps more Capricorns see what they're ready for too. And make sure to subscribe, because the July 6-9 Capricorn forecast is coming, and it contains even more divine instructions to build on the transformation you're stepping into. Share this with another Capricorn who's been feeling heavy, confused, or lost lately. Sometimes one message is all it takes to shift someone's path forever. You never know who needs this truth until you send it. You've been watching Cosmic Awakening, where ancient astrology meets modern prophecy. Capricorn, you were never meant to just survive. You were meant to lead, to heal, and to thrive. And now, with Saturn bowing and the 800-year vow dissolving, you finally can. So walk through the gate, take the blessing, live the life that was always waiting on the other side of your pain. This is your moment, and it starts now.